Thanks for joining us on Bobbye and Tonilee Unplugged, where the message is always truthful, authentic, and inspiring. For more information on Bobbye and Tonilee Unplugged, visit bobbyeandtonilee.com. Now your hosts, Bobbye and Tonilee.
Hello, welcome to Bobbye and Tonilee Unplugged. My name is Bobbye Brooks.
And I'm Tonilee Adamson.
If you're brand new to the show, you are listening to what was formerly called Daily Disciples Radio. Bobbye and Tonilee still here, and same website, dailydisciples.org. You can always find daily devotions, upcoming events, which you're going to be hearing a lot about the power of hope coming to San Diego. I want to say Saturday in San Diego at the same time. Saturday, January 30th, right here in San Diego at Point Loma Nazarene University. Get your information at dailydisciples.org. Okay, we have a very special show today, so we're going to jump right into it. As many of you know, we have been on air here in San Diego at KPRZ 1210 AM for over 10 years. And we love our daily show. Thank you all for listening. We're on every day at 10 a.m. And as we're doing our new format, you not only get to listen, but you also get to watch the show. So as you're listening, when you get home, you can go and check out youtube.com and look for Bobbye and Tonilee's channel, and there you will see not only us, but our very special guest today. Tia, would you like to introduce our very special guest?
He is the general manager of KPRZ, or KPRZ 1210 AM, Dale Hendry, and he is visiting with us today because he is a man with a wealth of information, and we just felt like you needed to get to know the man behind the scenes of this radio station.
That's right. Okay, Dale, you are an amazing, the first segment, let's just talk a little bit about your career. You've been in San Diego how long now?
A little over a year now. The company placed me here after 7 years up in our Sacramento cluster.
Okay, and so you've been with Salem for how long?
This is my 8th year with Salem.
That's a long time.
It is.
Now, in the scheme of things, though, you have done a lot. You've been in radio for how long?
This is my 31st year in radio.
Exactly. That's incredible.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started with radio.
Do you really want to hear that story?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I used to own my own restaurants and hotels back in the day. And I used to advertise my restaurants and hotels on radio. Well, you know, I sold those and I didn't have anything to do. And one of the gentlemen that was in charge of some radio stations where my restaurants were said, Dale, why don't you come to work for us? I said, I don't know anything about radio. I said, I've got one in my car and I know how to turn it on, and that's about it. He said, no. You're in the hospitality field. So why don't you just go and talk to our hospitality customers, the restaurants and the clubs and the hotels and the country clubs and the golf courses, because you speak their language.
Right.
I said, I can do that. And then you don't realize that no matter what type of business you're in, whether you're selling green beans or tennis shoes, that everybody needs the same results. They need more customers, they need the phones to ring, and they just need more business. So that's how I evolved into the radio world right there.
Now, did you leave the hotel industry not long after that? So
I was out of that industry, and I'd spent about 14 years in that industry. Now, you're going, okay, Dale, you're an old man. Yes, I am. But I started working very young, like at 14 years old.
Oh, I know. I have no doubt about it. Speaking of which, Tonilee was sharing with me the last time she talked to you, you have an interesting method of your work. Speaking of work, I think it's
keeping time.
Yes, because you
maximizing time.
Let me ask you this: what time do you get to work every day?
6:30.
You get to work at 6:30,
right,
and you go home at
6:30.
So
I'm trying to be better than that now. I really am trying to be better. Let's say 6, all right?
Okay, 6. All right. So you get there at 6:30, leave at 6. So you're cutting down. It's holidays, right? If you're just tuning in, by the way, you are listening to Bobbye and Tonilee Unplugged. You can also watch us at Bobbye and Tonilee's channel, but right here at KPRZ 1210 AM on every day. And we are actually talking to the general manager, even though on his business card it doesn't say that. But Mr. Dale Hendry, right here in San Diego, 31-year veteran in the radio industry. asking you to share with us your 12-day schedule, but you were saying that you only book about 80% of your day. So talk a little bit about how you get through a 12-hour day and keep things in order.
You know, at some point in your career, you realize that you're just running around, just like a chicken with your head cut off,
I
right?
understand that, yes.
And so I had to learn how to manage my day to be more efficient and more effective. So I got involved in some time management. I took a few courses, and I was able to teach some of that at university level also,
Really?
and marketing in the scheme of things. You know, I schedule 80% of my day, but every portion of my day is broken up into segments, and a segment for me is 15 minutes. Now, it doesn't mean I just do things in 15 minutes. It just means if I need 4 segments here, I'm going to book off 4 segments. Or if I'm going to go to lunch with someone, that might be 4 segments. Or I'm going to have a meeting with the sales manager, that might be 2 segments. So I manage my day in segments. And then I only schedule 80% of that because a lot of your day you have interruptions, unplanned for, emergencies, things you have to react to. And if you've planned the 100%, then you're just behind the first day. So that's really the method I use.
And I had asked him when we had spoken, so if you have a 2 o'clock meeting, do you schedule it, and you know it's going to be an hour, do you schedule the next one at like 3:15? And he said no. He schedules 4 15-minute segments for that hour, and then he tells the person, I have a 3 o'clock meeting, because then that's another segment. So he doesn't ever run over.
That's awesome.
I know, it's awesome.
And it's better if you'll explain up front, hey, I've allotted an hour
That's
for you
right.
today,
Right.
if you don't mind, and I have another meeting right behind this.
Right.
And nobody's going to get upset at that point.
Right, because he introduces the meeting that way.
Now, you said you taught this at university. So you taught this type of information?
As a graduate assistant, you're required to do a few things, you know. So I would actually go in as a GA and do something in the marketing field, and time management was one of them because marketing was so critical
Right.
into business.
Right.
So
So do you even schedule lunch,
yes.
like in segments?
Yes.
See, that's amazing.
This is amazing.
I love it. Yes.
We are just getting started here on Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged with the general manager of KPRZ right here in our own backyard, 12:10 a.m. here in San Diego. We got to take a quick break. I have got another question for Dale right after this. You're going to learn something even more amazing about what's happening in his life. So don't go away. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Hi, my name is Bobbye Brooks.
And I'm Tonilee Adamson.
We're the co-founders of Daily Disciples Ministries, and we are hosting our 11th annual Women's Conference on
Saturday, January 30th, and it is the Power of Hope. And it's going to be held again at Point Loma Nazarene University, and we want to see you ladies there.
That's right. Tickets right now, they're on sale and they are going fast. They're only $25 and that includes lunch and parking. You can get them at dailydisciples.org or you can call
800-992-0369.
Ladies, listen, we know that 2016 is going to be a very significant year. We need hope that only comes from the Lord. So
Yes.
get your tickets today. Call 800-992-0369 or go to
dailydisciples.org.
and we will see you there. Media for Women Enterprises has been helping businesses for several years, but you need a new website, new video, increased social media, and a real strategic plan.
Our new Business in a Box package is only $49.95. Call now and schedule your free consult.
Hello, welcome back to Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged. We are just in the midst of a great show today, probably one of the absolute best ever. Of course, I'm buttering up here too. Sitting next to me right now, the president, general manager of KPRZ, right, our own backyard here in San Diego, 12:10 a.m. If you're brand new to the show, Daily Disciples Radio is now being transitioning into Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged. Still Bobbye Tonilee, still Daily Disciples. You can always join us at dailydisciples.org. If you click the Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged banner, you not only get to listen to the show, but you get to watch it. And we encourage you to watch this program as Mr. Hendry is sitting on the couch right now next to Tony Lee, and we're just raking him over the coals, let me tell you. If you're listening on the air, he's just sweating bullets, let me tell you. But no, we were talking about his time management skills. And during the break, we were kind of nudging him to let us do some training because we need help in time management. I don't know about you, but I think Tony Lee and I could use it. But in this section, we want to talk about something even more amazing than that with Dale. Dale, they can't see you on the air, but they'll see you on the channel, and they're going to look at you and go, wow, that is a nice, slim, good-looking, dressed man. And but you weren't this way maybe a year ago.
You're really trying to butter me up, aren't you? There you go. You know how to do it.
No, I mean, I've known you now for the past year, and your body has changed dramatically. What exactly has happened, Dale? And tell us a little bit, tell us the whole story about what led to this change.
First off, let me tell you, I've been a diabetic for the past 22 years.
Wow.
All right. I took 5 injections every day of my life for those 22 years.
She's a nurse, so she knows what that means.
Right. It's
And
bondage.
that means wherever you go,
Right.
you're taking insulin and needles and medication with you. And I traveled a lot, so the airports, they're always pulling it out of my bags. What's this, what it looks like, and the whole bit. I
Right.
had to allow extra time when I traveled.
Wow.
But fast forward, my daughter, Jill, my youngest daughter, she is an ambassador for a company called Plexus, Plexus. And it's a health and wellness company. And she said, Dad, this product was designed for diabetics. You should give it a try. Well, being a diabetic for 22 years, I've tried everything I knew to try, and nothing really changed my whole process. I said, well, what have I got to lose?
Right.
So I gave it a try. And before I knew what happened, my body was changing. Now, this Plexus is nothing but a powdered drink. It's kind of like a Crystal Light in a little tear package, and you put it in a bottle of water. That's it, all right? And so I'm drinking one of these in the morning and drinking a lot of water, too. You drink about half of your body weight in ounces of water a day. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you drink 100 ounces of water a day.
Wow.
Everybody should have water. Anyway, everybody should have water. But over a period of 3 or 4 weeks, my taste buds started to change. I didn't crave carbohydrates or sugars or things of that nature. I couldn't even drink a diet drink anymore. All I wanted was water and this drink. And I joke with everybody, the Plexus is kind of like my crack cocaine. I got to have it in the morning, you know?
That's amazing.
So that's my drug. But I have lost 70 pounds in the last year.
Wow.
70. And the biggest victory has been I'm a reverse diabetic. Okay.
Yay.
Oh my goodness.
I take no more insulin, no more injections. But you know, you have to be cognizant of the fact that you can't go eat apple pie and French fries and things like that. I just make great healthy choices today. My whole life, I was always in control of my life, but I wasn't in control of my body. You know?
That's amazing.
Everything else I was so disciplined at.
Yes.
But I just couldn't do this. And so now, with the help of my daughter and the products she introduced me to, I've become kind of a spokesperson, ambassador myself for Plexus. I have my own website, and it's called shopmyplexus.com/Dale Hendry. All one word, Dale, D-A-L-E-H-E-N-D-R-Y. You'll go to, and you can look at products, you can see what's happening there. But I advise anybody, don't buy anything till you talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you don't know what you need, right? But it is phenomenal for diabetics, weight loss. Like I said, 70 pounds, reverse diabetic. I've got my whole family on it now. My sister's lost 75 pounds. Her husband's lost 50.
Goodness.
My niece has lost 30. All right, everybody's going, why didn't somebody tell me this before?
Right.
All right.
Right.
So anyway,
Oh,
it's
So
worked.
it curbs, it's not only the water that's curbing your appetite. This is curbing your craving for carbs.
You don't want the sugars and the carbs anymore.
See, that's
And it
amazing.
controls your blood lipid panel, because I just came back from the doctor last week, and I'm a diabetic, and I see a diabetic doctor. And she says, Dale, if we were to look at your blood work, there's nobody on the face of this earth that would say you're a diabetic.
That is amazing.
Right. My cholesterol is 117, all right? It takes care of you from the inside.
Yes.
All right? And, you know, it just, I feel half my age.
Now, okay, so if you're just tuning in to the show, Bobbye and Tonilee Unplugged, formerly known as Daily Disciples Radio, We're interviewing the general manager of KPRZ right here in San Diego, Dale Hendry. And am I saying that right? Because my southern accent.
Well, he has a southern accent,
I want to make
too.
sure.
I'm about as Texas as
I know,
you
you're
can get.
Texas, I'm Tennessee, so we bonded immediately. But first of all, this is a man who works 12 hours a day. Tony Lee and I can totally relate. I know that even though he says he comes in at 6 and leaves at 6 or 6:30 and 6:30, he probably keeps working. His mind never stops. And I know how old he is. He looks 20 years probably younger. But in all seriousness, his health and his energy level, just the fact that you're putting in that much time, your mind and everything is just incredible. So we got to take another break here on Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged. We're going to put up on our show on the screen Dale's website for Plexus.
Shop My Plexus.
Shop My Plexus / Dale, D-A-L-E, Hendry, H-E-N-D-R-Y. And we'll put that up and make it available. And we'll also put it on daledisciples.org on our website, because not only will it help you or anyone in your family with diabetes, but also amazing weight loss transformation, to say the least.
.com, right? .com.
Yes, it's
shopmyplexus.com / Dale
That's
Hendry.
right.
We'll
Yes.
put the links up, and we'll also put it through our social media, because we want to help you. So we'll take our final break here on Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. I got more questions for Mr. Hendry.
Hi, my name is Emily Adamson of Media for Women Enterprises. Media for Women is a full-service media marketing agency. We do everything from web design, videography, social media, and more. The technology we have today is not going away, and you need to get your business online. Set up your free consultation today at mediaforwomen.com or call the number on your screen, 1-800-992-0369.
Hello, my name is Bobbye Brooks.
And I'm Tony Lee Adamson.
And we're the co-founders of Daily Disciples and Media for Women. That's right. And we have a very special offer today just for you listening. We've got a great DVD out. I think this would be a great Christmas present, New Year's resolution. It's called How to Market and Monetize Your Message.
Or product or service.
Or product and service. Actually, it will help you if you want to write a book, if you want to start a blog, a website, whatever you're doing.
Or if you have a business.
Yeah, if you have a business, that's right.
How
It's a
to
great,
use social media, how to think differently.
it's a great 90-plus minute, beautifully packaged DVD, How to Market and Monetize Your Message, right now on sale for only $25. Give us a call, 800-992-0369, 800-992-0369. Welcome back to Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged here at KPRZ, 12:10 a.m. We're on every day at 10 a.m. Do not miss us if you're listening in your car right now. 12:10 a.m. Keep it dialed in, and you can also always go to live stream at kprz.com. If you're at your computer, you can listen online every day at 10 a.m. You can also get past radio shows at dailydisciples.org. And right now we have the pleasure of interviewing the general manager right here at 12:10 a.m. KPRZ, Mr. Dale Hendry. And we want you not just to listen to what he's saying, but also watch. So go to dailydisciples.org, click the Bobbye and Tony Lee Unplugged banner, and catch us all right sitting on our couches here at YouTube, the Bobbye and Tony Lee channel. Now, TL, you know as a nurse, as we were just talking about this seriousness of diabetes, and Dale's lost over 70
Well,
pounds.
you know what
so
I was thinking of as we've been doing
you can't just do this.
show? Here Dale is a man who is very disciplined. I mean, with his time and his approach towards business, and that he can even fit in so many things, from learning how to do hotels to restaurants to then radio, then to be a teacher at a university level. And yet he struggled with his health. And of course, me being a nurse, I'm always thinking of that verse, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love. And then some of the verses say sound mind, but others say self-discipline. And so you see people who struggle with their weight, or how diabetes is really an epidemic now in America. And how is that self-discipline applied spiritually? And so here, Dale, you are a man who has so much self-discipline, but this was one area. How did you get victory, power, love, and self-discipline in this area of your health?
And you're exactly right. And that's the question I ask myself. If I'm so disciplined in every other aspect of my life, how did I let this get away from me?
Yes.
Right. And there again, you never know what God's going to put in front of you, all right? My daughter, for example, she loves her dad, right? So she wants me to be healthy. She wants me to live a little longer. And she just says, Dad, you've got to try this. Let's just try it. And I did. And so if you surround yourself with a great support system, people that care, people that are on your page with you, sitting beside you, that want the best for you, then it helps you with anything that you want to transition through or power through, right? And that's what I had to do, surround myself with individuals that really, really basically had my back, is what it amounts to.
So it's not, and we know that the Christian life isn't just me and God walking alone, on the beach. It has to be about community. It has to be about the unity of sensing the love of God through other people too. So you're saying you even tried this product because you knew your daughter loved you, so she's suggesting something to help you.
Right.
So you said yes.
Right, I wanted to be open as I could about this because it meant something to her. So,
that's so
obviously that I needed to basically put some value into that.
And then you went on, and your entire family, it seems like, is now...
I say this, it sounds like I'm doing an infomercial for Plexus, but I'm not.
But it's really amazing.
We call ourselves a Plexus family now, all right?
Yes, I can see why.
My mother is 84 years old, okay? And she's lost 20 pounds. But more than that, she's become better health with that. She had some intestinal problems and things of that nature, and they're gone. They're just gone, all right?
That is incredible.
Right. My sister, heavy. She's lost 75 pounds.
Wow.
Her husband, of course, when you're in the family, you eat alike, right? So he lost 50 pounds.
Well, aren't you a barbecue expert? What is
Oh,
that
no.
called?
I know.
What is that called?
You're not going to want to get there,
He's a
are you?
barbecue judge.
I am a certified
Certified.
Kansas City Barbecue Society judge.
That is amazing. And outside of Memphis, Kansas City, Memphis has good barbecue, but Kansas City is known for barbecue. Of course, Texas is
Well,
probably
see, it's the society's out of Kansas City. But
society.
growing
You
up
can travel anywhere, right?
growing up in Texas, I was just a barbecue aficionado.
Oh,
right?
yes,
Remember, I told you I was
hear
in
ya.
the restaurant business,
Love
right?
it.
So
Yes.
I knew food and I always liked barbecue. So when I got out of it, the way I stayed connected
That is so great.
was
Love
to
it.
kind
I
of
love
say, what do these guys do that you see them on television
Right.
judging
Oh, yeah,
barbecues?
right.
What do they have to know?
Right.
So I went and took some classes and got certified, and I do several barbecue judgings a year now.
That is
And of course,
amazing.
barbecue, the meat, we don't do sauce. Remember, you're doing meat, not sauce. And meat has 0 carbohydrates in it. So I can eat that. It's all protein, and I'm
Right.
not judging pies or donuts.
That's right. That's so good. You know what, Dale? You to me, when the Lord multiplied the fish and the loaves, I always say to the Lord, if you could do it with fish and loaves, you can do it with time, you can do it with talent, and you are a living example of God multiplying your time, your talent.
That's
and
just
your
my
way
hobby.
of life.
That's
Yes.
just my hobby. all
Every
right?
time we talk to you, though, we learn something else
Okay.
different. You really have done a lot of amazing things and maintained a 31-year career in radio, which being a general manager is no walk in the park, to say the
easy.
least.
No,
And-
it's difficult at times, as it is, but it's what I love. I have a passion for it. I just don't do this because I go punch in and punch out every day. I
Right.
actually enjoy what I do.
Right.
You know.
And you're managing people, you're managing money, you're managing what goes on the air. And I want you to know, and we always tell our listeners this, to keep K-Praise in our prayers, because Christian broadcasting in general is always under attack.
Right.
And just even having a radio program, Tony Lee and I know that, just being out there on the front lines, but continuing to be in a station is definitely something that we want you to know how much we keep you in our prayers. And if you're listening right now to Bobbye and Tony Lee Unplugged here at K-Praise, make sure you put on your prayer list every day to pray for our local Christian broadcasting station right here in San Diego, KPRZ 1210 AM, and Dale Hendry, because it is a constant. The warfare are things that we can't even imagine that go on. So That being said, we are out of time here on today's show. Dale, thank you so much for coming in. I could spend the rest of the day just hearing your stories, and I love the way you talk, so there you go.
Me too.
Well, thank you. I want to say thanks to both of you. It's been a pleasure. And, you know, we enjoy having you at the radio station, and the station wouldn't be the same without your show.
Oh, you're very sweet.
And
Thank
we
you.
really do support everything that you do, and you are truly a blessing to the community. All right?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's it for our show today. Again, thank you for listening. You can always catch past shows at dailydisciples.org, or just click on the Bobbye Tonilee Unplugged and go watch the show. We'll be sending all this out through our social media. And if we can ever pray for you, help you in any way, don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Get your tickets for the Power of Hope Conference coming up on Saturday, January 30th. Call 800-992-0369. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know. Until tomorrow, God bless. Have a great day, and we will see you soon.
Thanks for tuning into Bobbye and Tonilee Unplugged. Tune in every day on air and online. Subscribe to the Bobbye and Tonilee channel, and for more information, visit bobbyeandtonilee.com.